Hello everyone. I am doing this interesting video because I had this conversation with a client and this is the way it went. So a little bit of background. She told me that he had a curse or a spell done on her, and whenever somebody tells me that I had a black magic, I am suspicious because people really don't know what does it mean and when it's true, when it's not true. I can scan, I use my pendulum, I can scan and know when black magic is done. The first thing that you have to know, black magic works only and only when you are afraid. And that's what they do. They tell you, oh, I did a black magic work on you and you're afraid. And only when you're afraid, maybe they can affect you. So this person came for a session and she told me the story that she started feeling bad a few days ago when she went to somebody she found online to do a spell for her to get certain type of job. I told her that doesn't work. It doesn't work like that. For career, for work, we need to do the work. And we can ask for the divine help, but not spells. Those things are not real. They are not real at all. So I text her today and asked her, how are you doing? And this is what she said. Hi Carlos, still haven't done this Epsom salt bath yet. I do have fewer headaches, that's one of the symptoms, but she has many other symptoms that are, when I heard that, are typical of spirit attachments. Though I do have fewer headaches, though I feel a cold and heavy energy surrounding me. This is a symptom of dark energy attached to her. Thank you for asking. I felt that heavy and cold energy since the spell. So she believes that somebody did a spell for her, which is not true. I'm not going to tell you the details of the story. At first, I thought I was just imagining it, but I'd wake up in the middle of the night and feel freezing, even though the temperature of the room shouldn't be that cold. So I told her, I call you soon, I know what is going on. All right, let's analyze this situation. I wrote some notes here. We had a half an hour conversation. So the first thing that I asked her is, because she told me she was seeing some mediums. For how long have you been, and you will see why I was asking this question. For how long have you been consulting with mediums? And she said about 4 years ago. Why did you do that? Well, I had a heart condition. My heart started palpitating at 200 beats a minute, which is, extremely high. And without any reason, and after 30 minutes, I think she told me 30 minutes, I don't remember, it went away. So I started looking help online, and I found some mediums, medical intuitives. And obviously, seeing all of them for 4 years didn't help, because she's not still feeling well. And then I told her, and I just did a scanning. I was driving, and when I talked to her while I was in a parking lot, that confirmed my scanning, confirmed my suspicion that she still had heavy toxic energies. When I do my scanning, I divide in 5 different levels. The superficial level, which is the toxic thought forms, are the repetitive negative thinking that we all humans have. And in that superficial level, I there is something that I call energy parasites. They are superficial energy parasites. There are toxic thought forms that sometimes just bother us, with a pain, with lightheaded, and so on. The second level I call the human spirit attachments, which are souls that people departed the world. They are in a spirit world, in the astral world, but in the lowest of the lowest spheres or level of the astral world. There are people who are confused. They die suddenly, or they didn't have any spiritual knowledge, any spiritual practice. So when they are in the other side, they still feel, because when we die, the consciousness that we have right now is exactly the same as the consciousness that we have on the other side. The only difference is we don't have a body anymore. Probably we see our body, but we don't understand what is going on. So we are confused, and we are trying to communicate with other people. Those are the lightest one, the less dangerous one. But there are other spirits, deeper, very low energy or frequency, which are the murderers, rapists, people who are drunk all the time, use drugs, play with the spirits, and things like that. So, a spirit of the drunk people that is confused will try to get attached to people who also drink. This is why going to bars is not a good idea. It's full of spirits waiting for someone to get drunk, fall on the floor. The energy body, I will talk about that in another video, the aura, the protective aura against these toxic energies, parts from the top of the head start peeling down, and the spirit gets into that. But let's go to this. So, the mediums connect with those spirits. They don't connect with God. And they definitely do not connect with high spiritual beings, like Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, Paramahansa Yogananda, and there are a few ones all throughout history. And so this client asked me why the mediums cannot connect with these spiritual advanced beings. Very simple. Because in order to connect with these high spiritual beings, like Jesus, Krishna, and so on, we have to know God first. God is not going to reveal us everything that is in the astral world, the causal world, or consciousness world. Just like that. Just we think about them. And she says, well, but they pray and they say they are close to God. I'm going to go to that soon. So this is what happened, my friends. Everything that you see in YouTube, meditations, and they are not meditation. This is rubbish. Or probably they are visualizations, but not meditation for sure, that help people to calm down. That I do understand. There are people who are very restless, and anything that is called meditation, listening to a nice voice, visualizing they are in a nice landscape, by the beach, in the forest, and somebody telling them what to do, may calm the mind, and that's good. But meditation is way deeper than that. If you want to learn meditation, follow the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. It's the best thing. I know there are many out there, and not many are going to understand the depth of the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda. Meditation means that we reverse the flow of the attention from the senses, the five senses, by retrieving the energy that goes to the senses. We have to be in silence with the eyes closed and totally without moving, to start interiorizing our attention into the spirit world. This is why Paramahansa Yogananda teaches breathing exercise. We also have energetization exercise to prepare the body for long periods of meditations. This is Hatha Yoga, what here in America they call yoga. That's not yoga. This is one of the 5 branches of yoga. There is the Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion, the Karma Yoga, yoga of action, helping people. So Bhakti will be the love that we give to God, the love that we give to other people because they are manifestation of God. The Raja Yoga, which is the highest form of yoga, which is the pranayamas, practice of this meditation, the jnana yoga, which is the pure reasoning, and there is one more that I don't remember. The Hatha Yoga. The Hatha Yoga, which prepares the body for deep meditation. So mediums do not connect with God, and much less can connect with high spiritual beings. And there is another reason. Spiritual beings or angels, which are spiritual beings, do not connect with people by talking. Whenever people hear things, they are not high spiritual beings, they are low spiritual beings. Schizophrenic people, they hear voices, but this is an extreme case. But all these people, or some people who connect with the spirit, they hear voices, but those voices are not telling them anything nice. I have another video that is very deep, I'm going to publish soon, that I touch this subject of the schizophrenia and the voices that people hear. I have cases where I was talking to the spirit of this client, controlled or possessed by the spirit. So, going back to this person that we had a conversation today, so mediums, they don't meditate. And I told the girl, when you meditate and you contact God, you're not going to see visions and be able to astral travel and have powers. No, you feel love. A love that is not from this world. A love that comes, you feel a great energy entering your solar plexus and up your brain. Your brain fills with energy. This is the love that you feel in deep meditation. And then you feel peace. A deep peace, so deep that nothing bothers you. Let's say that you have a big argument with somebody and you fought. If you meditate later, of course you had Onelio García. Hola Onelio, supongo que hablas español. But do you speak English too? Please let me know. So you feel love, you feel peace. A peace that when you feel that peace, nothing bothers you, but absolutely nothing. And then joy, a joy that is way over any experience in the world. Most people think that sex is the greatest experience that we have. Sex is like this, comparing with the love, the joy. So, Onelio, ¿hablas español solo o inglés también? Por favor, dímelo porque si hablas español voy a hacer este video en español después. So this is the experience of meditation. I've been practicing deep meditation with the teachings of Paramahansa Yogananda since I was 18, so I have a little bit of experience. So mediums don't do that. And if a medium tells you, oh, I pray to God, praying is very shallow. Praying is an act. Oh, fantastic, Onelio. Yes, I speak. Okay, fantastic, Onelio. If you have any question, please put it in the chat. I will answer. So mediums do not connect with God, do not connect with high spiritual beings. And I told a story to this lady. One time, I was in contact with this woman who was a good healer. And she was under the spell of a shaman, and she was studying with the shaman. She spent like $5,000 to go in and have a training for a month. It was all rubbish. But so this shaman was doing a 3 days or 4 days training on courses 1 to 3 or some kind of secret geometry and I went out of curiosity to know that woman and to see if she was a real healer. Of course, Onelio, it's not that we have to believe in God, Onelio. God is, and we know it. Only people who do not know God, they are missing a lot because they miss the peace, the love, the joy, and being guided every day. Congratulations, Onelio. I will put this. So, I went to see to this course. I spent like $1,200 plus the airfare and the hotel. It was fun. And in one of the workshops, we were in chair, these plastic tables, and there was a young girl in front of me, about 30 years old. And I asked her, so what do you do? Well, I am a medium. And she didn't look happy, she didn't look healthy. So I asked her, Anna, do you still practice mediumship? No, she said, because I am burned out. 30 years old. Yes, Onelio, I am in Los Angeles area. So, a medium burned out. Do you know, I will tell you what does it mean being burned out to be a medium. They connect with this very low vibration spirit beings who take their energy and who transfer to the medium these toxic energies. So, you know what? I would love to do a scanning of that girl that I talked to her. So, 30 years old, and she couldn't work anymore because her brain was fried and her body wasn't working. She wasn't happy. She was tired because she didn't know what she was doing. Most mediums have no idea. Miami, Florida. Good for you. Good for you, because in Miami they don't have the crazy and tyrant government we have here in Los Angeles, and evil, corrupted and evil. Being a spiritual person doesn't mean that we are stupid. We are not. We are very strong and we are aware of the things that happen in the world. But the difference is we are not affected by that. I know all the crap that is going on in the world, all of it. More than any one of you and all of you together. Because I am informed, but it doesn't affect me. All right, let's keep going. I told the story of this medium. There is a woman who was the founderless of this spiritual guides movement. She ended up in a psychiatric hospital and with a mind fried, and she recall all the angel cards and whatever that she was and all her books, because she realized at the end of her life what she was doing was wrong. She learned in the hard way, and this information is not out there because there are many people that still are following her. Newsom is sold to the World Economic Forum and all these evil people. So let's keep going. I have notes of conversation. They do not connect with the spiritual. Okay. So they don't connect with high spiritual beings like Jesus, Krishna, Buddha, or Paramahansa Yogananda. Paramahansa Yogananda is the one who brought meditation to the Western world in 1920. And well, there was Swami Vivekananda before and some others, but not in the large scale that he did. And Paramahansa Yogananda brought one of his nephews, and he introduced Hatha Yoga, what here in America is called yoga. Yoga is one of the 5 branches of Hatha Yoga. And Paramahansa Yogananda said, and he left his body in 1953, and he said, there will be many mediums or psychic that they will say they are connecting with me. And one of them was temporarily living in my house. One day I finished a Reiki training and the guy came back. I was renting him a room temporarily, and one of my students went to the balcony, and I heard myself, the guy was telling to this student, I don't know if I heard or the student told me later, like a few days later, I can connect with Paramahansa Yogananda. You want me to connect with him and I tell you what he said? Oh my God. At that time I was so furious, but it's all rubbish. It's all rubbish. So Paramahansa Yogananda predicted that. And Jesus said, the evil people, the ones that are controlled by satanic forces, they are liars. They are liars. Even when I had this experience of my client, I wish I could show you a little bit. Do you want to see a spirit yesterday? I am mad because that's evil, Onelio. I agree with you. This is evil. I learned about today. But so let me finish with. I will put a little bit of the video because I want you to see. I have to. I'm gonna go to another window. I'm going to take, this is a workshop that I did with a friend, but let me put the video here. Okay, first of all, let me put my face. Let me see if this is the one. Oh. I want to put my face so you can see me. Oh, I have to go. Okay, let me add it because just a second. I will show you the video where camera. Okay, I'm going to put it on a side, very small. I will show you a video. I am talking to the spirit that was controlling this client of mine. Just a second. Audio file, video file. It will take me a little bit because, okay, videos, Reiki, client testimonials. Hold on a second. Let me see if this is miscellaneous. Here. Schizophrenia and entities, episode 1. Okay, here it is. I need to check for the latest version. Okay, I got it.
Keep going off your meds? And I said, yeah, tell us, why do you keep going off your meds? And I said, they're about to kick you out of the program. And she said, because the voices told me that the psychiatrist is poisoning me.
I found this video of this psychotherapist, where he has been working in a psychiatric ward in hospital for over 25 years, and everybody was puzzled about the patients, psychiatric patients, hearing voices, and the voices are the spirits talking to them, and this is some of my clients.
I can control the thoughts and minds of people.
Any people, or the weak people, playable?
Pliable people.
Who are pliable people?
Adrian is pliable.
And it felt like as if someone instead was telling him to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the ways to gain this power was that they had to obey the voices blindly, no matter what the voices say. No matter what the voices say, you will avoid this blind. And a lot of people were doing these weird things,
Be alone.
Sorry, I have my microphone off. So what I was saying that the Paramahansa Yogananda predicted several decades ago that the mediums or psychics were going to say that they can connect with him to give information or instructions to people. That's rubbish. So the other thing that I told this client of mine, that mediums give only information. They don't provide healing. And I asked her, why were you for 4 years talking to mediums and not looking for a healer? And then I told her, and she told me, well, I have this condition and I found only mediums. The problem of, then I told her, after 10 minutes of conversation or more, the problem that you have is that you have been giving your power away to all these lower vibrational spirits by hanging out with mediums, by hanging out with these medical intuitives. Sometimes the medical intuitives are okay and they can help you, but they can help you just to tell you you have a cancer there, you have a heart problem, but they don't have the healing. I don't need to know these details, but through Reiki, that I'm going to give a short explanation. In Reiki, whether it's hands-on, where we put the hands over the person's chakras, or a distance session, we don't do the healing. It's the divine consciousness of Reiki. Reiki is divine consciousness is a synonym of Reiki. Reiki means intelligent healing energy and consciousness divinely guided. I don't guide that. I don't do that. But I am a good middle person. We are not even channels. The energy doesn't flow through me. I feel the energy. I feel some healing. But this is what happened. The energy, the divine energy, healing energy, the presence of God, literally, and period, the presence of God is everywhere. But we need another human being to facilitate that healing. So when I do the healing, and I'm going to show you something now, before I forget, okay, I need to show you, oh no, this is not, hold on a second, I need to show you, here. This is one of my testimonials from Yelp, from Google reviews. Let me see the other. Yeah. So, you could be more than a week reading all this. I like this. This is a woman who was diagnosed with a very nasty disease, and I told her, no, you don't have any problem. And she had 3 sessions, the husband came, and I gave, let me put my camera here so you can see me. It's not that I am hands-on, actually the opposite, but so you know that I am talking here. So it's this girl over here. She said, hey Carlos, I don't remember her name. I had a son. I wanted to show you, thanks for helping and believing in me. I have tons and tons, and I will read you one from today. But I will put you the link just for you to know how Reiki works and works so well. When it's done in the right way. By the way, I teach Reiki. I would love you to, if you want to study Reiki, you let me know. Oh, what happened? Okay, there it is. So we were in the testimonials, but I want to show you something that I received today that made me very happy. What is it? Okay, so I asked this client that came Sunday morning, Easter day. Good morning. How do you feel? Far more present. I feel like I see areas where I would normally get annoyed, and I am giving it far more grace or leaning into it. I am so happy to hear that. And then she says, I'm starting my day in meditation. Because I told this person, you need to meditate. There is no other way to live with grace in this world if we don't contact with God through meditation. If you want to learn how to meditate, go to my YouTube channel. So I have tons and tons. I have video testimonial. I like this one. Let's see if I can listen.
My life has changed so much just in the last 3 months. It's phenomenal. I have a brand new job. I'm back with my boyfriend. I feel like lately in my life, I've just been meeting people that are so positive and so encouraging. I feel great. I feel like I just got a full night of sleep, even though I only fell asleep maybe 3 times for less than a minute. And I remember having dreams, and then
I'm sorry. I forgot to. Okay, we were watching this. I had my microphone mute. So I have tons and tons of video testimonials. And the reason I want to show you is to see that this works when it's done in the right way. What does it mean done in the right way? When we, the healers, know that we are not the healers. It's the spirit, it's the divine consciousness, it's God who does the healing. We have to be humble and put ourselves out of the way. So, but I want you to put your attention in this little cursor here. The size of this cursor represents the size of one screen. So what does it mean? That there are as many of these pages of testimonials as all the length of this bar. So if I click one, I go one page down. Another one, let me see this one.
Thanks to you, I can feel much more confident about what I could give to others and how I can also protect myself, because that's...
So protection is big. So for each client, the experience is different. Let me see. So if I keep clicking down here, can you see this? I will go one page down, one page down. So you can come and look at this. This is like a mile long. I was reading today. I don't even remember who is it. Let me see if I can see another bit. So if I keep doing paper, oh, there was another one. This is a couple that came and they had a great experience. The girl was pregnant. Let me see if I find a nice video. Anyway, I have tons of videos. So the only reason I show you this, this woman.
Gradually from my head down, it was, put it this way, at the end, in the beginning, my body was like it was elevated. But I knew I was like on this table, let my body do its thing, and my breathing also got really slow to where I thought, I wonder if Carlos thinks like I'm dying, because he can't, from the contrast of how my breathing was when I first started and more towards the end, my breaths were so shallow, and there were times when I actually just wasn't breathing, but I was perfectly fine.
Okay, so anyway, and let's go back to this thing. So, seeing a psychic, tarot card reader, a medium, is just information, but you don't get any healing. When do we have healing? When the energy blockages that we have are removed. So this client that I'm talking about still have some of the heavy energy blockages. This is why she feels that cold. And what is the feeling of cold? It's a very toxic energy lingering around us. And I will tell you the opposite of feeling this dark energy. I remember I was meditating when I was in my 20s, and I used to meditate longer. I wasn't married, and I'm not married anymore, but it's different when you are 20. But when I meditate deeply, after 45 minutes or so, probably after an hour, the whole body warms up. And I remember back in Argentina, it was so cold. Let me see so cold. And that I have a blanket, a wool blanket to sit on the chair on my feet, another covering me. But I realized that when I was perfectly without moving for over 45 minutes, probably 1 hour, this warmth started feeling my body, and I didn't feel cold anymore. So, feeling this coldness, as the girl said in the text, when the room temperature is not that cold, is the presence of a very dark toxic energy. The presence of that energy may be felt in different ways: headache, lightheaded. How do I say? There is the other word. When you cannot think straight. Pain, a pain on the neck, headache, pain on the back of the lung, a lower back pain. Those are toxic energies. When we have a spirit attachment, we could feel very angry or very depressed, definitely anxiety. Why? Because having usually these spirits are attached on the second chakra, which is the sexual chakra and creativity, and then the solar plexus, which is our personal power of self-esteem, to lower our self-esteem or make us do stupid things sexually. And we feel anxiety when we have energy blockages in the second chakra, because it's like having a tiger that we don't see it, we don't know it consciously, but the tiger is ready there to jump on us. That is the anxiety of the that people feel. Let me see something if I can. I will see if I can put this on. Hold on a second. I am missing something here. Just a second. Hold on a second. I want to see if I can do this video also in my. Okay, got it. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay. Okay. So, healing happens when the energy blockages are removed. All health conditions, whether it's physical, mental, emotional, or energetic, they start in the astral world and actually in our consciousness with wrong thinking or wrong experiences that make us think in the wrong way, that create toxic energies. If we have problems in our liver, there is an energy lever there that is with toxic energies. When men get angry, our liver is affected. When men, we are afraid, we have fear because of financial situation or whatever, our kidneys are affected. I'm not saying that 100%, but most of the time when it comes out of nowhere. When women get angry and are frustrated, especially in romantic relationships, the gallbladder starts dissolving, then the uterus, and then the ovaries, and they could get cancer. And may take 5 to 6 years of a very toxic, unhealthy romantic relationship. So, I told the girl, why you never look for a healer instead of the medium? And she was agreeing with that. Okay, and I will tell you something very interesting. When I came to America, I was shocked that people didn't use the word God. This is mainly in the New Age or many other people that are afraid to say the word God. And they start using the universe. This is a big, huge mistake. And I will explain in a simple way. Let's say that, let me see here. God or the Spirit is beyond all creation, beyond the physical creation, this world, this three-dimensional world, beyond the astral world or energy world, beyond the causal means the cause of the other two worlds, the energy and physical or astral and three-dimensional world. So God, the spirit, is beyond. Then God manifested into the divine consciousness, or like Paramahansa Yogananda says, the Christ consciousness, and created the consciousness world or causal world, which are all ideas of how the world will be, the sun, the planets, the universes, and everything else. But ideas, thoughts. Then from there, the astral world is created, and that could have taken millions and millions of Earth years. And then the universe, the physical universe, is created. And if you remember, we don't have to have a PhD in spirituality or science. In the world exists, and in the universe, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Even the Bible and all the spiritual paths, the ancient books, talks about these satanic forces, but God and the realm of angels and good people, good spirits. So, when people invoke the universe instead of saying God, they are invoking, calling, attracting the good, the bad, and the ugly. And guess what? It is very likely that the bad and the ugly will come, unless they are deeply connected or somehow connected in a conscious way with the Spirit, with God. And I have a proof of that. I have a person that was in my home, and after a distance healing session that I asked this person to facilitate for one of my clients. This was my students, and I want this person to practice. I thought this person was going to be a great healer. And after the session, she told me, well, I don't feel well, let me rest. And I talked to my client, and then she enters in a trance, and I saw her, and I was filming, so I have all proof of this. And after that, she told me, I was transported in consciousness to 7 planets, 4 of which they have good people. One was the Pleiades. She didn't know the names of. But a week later, when she came back to my home, I got 7 pieces of paper folded with the name of these 7 civilizations. The Pleiadians was one, and there were 3 other good planets, people, and the bad ones, like the Draconians and the Reptilians and some other. I used to know them all. I don't care anymore. I put them all in the same bag. The bad guys and the good guys. We don't need to connect with the good guys. We connect with the Spirit. And she told me she saw this, and I saw in her face, when she was in that trance, the ugly face or the nice face when she was in the different planets. First the 4 good, and then the 4 evil planets. And then she was transported to what she thought is the house of my father, God, a place of peace, love, and joy, and a lot of light. So my answer to this question that I have, why people call the universe and they get in trouble, is that. So if you are afraid, you feel shy to say the word God, it's because something very simple. You don't know what is God. You haven't meditated deeply, and you didn't feel that love, that peace and joy. All right, let me see. Why mediums cannot connect with this? I said that. Okay, and the other thing is this. This other client told me I start feeling bad, and I believe I had a spell done on me because I hired this person online that is from another country far away to do a spell for me, because I want to have this specific kind of job and this specific place. And then after doing it, I regretted, and I told that healer, which is a woman in another country far away, I regret I did it. Probably I should have not done that. And then this person who hired the woman to do a spell start feeling bad because she told the supposed healer, which is a con artist, that, and she started imagining that she asked the woman, can you reverse the spell? And the woman said no. Well, it's all rubbish. You cannot do a spell to get a job. You cannot do a spell to date somebody that you love or you like, or you want to be intimate with that person. That things do not work. But what we can do is connect with God and ask for guidance, to be guided to the right thing we should do. So, all this self-talking of this woman got her in trouble. Because I checked her, she didn't have any spell, any black magic, anything. But she had 2 spirit attachments from 3 past lives. So what does it mean? She had a very terrible event in life. She was murdered, she was whatever, abuse or whatever. And that situation didn't heal, because talking about 3 past life, it could be at the time of Christ, the first one, or before. So people didn't have this knowledge. Then she was born again, she got all this spirit attachment, means the spirit of the people who caused that pain to her, or she caused the pain to them, I don't know. And another life, and then this lifetime, and she still have these 2 spirit attachments. When I check today, she still have 1 of the spirit attachment. This is why she's feeling that cold. All right, my friends, summarizing. I don't recommend anyone to work with mediums. I don't know any medium who does a good job. There are people who can predict things, blah, 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 but they are very rare. Very rare, so you are not going to find them here in Venice Beach, where all the weird people are, or online. They are taking your money. The only thing that works is to connect with God through deep meditation and receive healing from a good healer. I hope okay, here Onelio said, and it's very right, God is the only one who heals humans. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. God bless us all. And if you have any question, you can put a comment here in YouTube, in Facebook, send me an email, and I will try to answer about the subject you want me to talk to. Bye, everybody. Okay.